Sean Combs is a monster.
I want to speak about this now because I've witnessed everything.
I think Sean Combs can get away with anything.
I went to a lot of puppy parties. These were the parties that you needed exclusive access to get into.
He thought that if people fear him, they respect him.
Honestly, I didn't want to be around him unless there was cameras.
Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me.
When Puff was around, it was like, uh-oh, get it together or this could be over.
You got me acting crazy in front of all these people.
Something is not right with that.
This could be the missing piece to this whole scandalous puzzle we've been trying to solve. I mean, we've all been wondering how Diddy became who he is today, and honey, it looks like we need to look no further than his own mother. Let me tell you something. Ever since this whole shocking situation with Diddy exploded into the media, everyone's been scrambling to understand how someone could allegedly turn out this way. You know what I'm talking about. All those disturbing allegations about violence and those absolutely horrifying claims about his treatment of women. Well, darling, hold on to your seats because it seems like Mama Combs might be the one pulling all these strings from behind the curtain. And trust me, when I tell you this gets wild, I mean wild. We're about to dive into some seriously shocking allegations about how Mama Combs might have been the mastermind behind everything. Can you believe it? The very thought of a mother being involved in such things? It just sends chills down my spine. I mean, let's be real here. Should we really be shocked that Mama Combs is getting dragged into this mess? The signs have been there all along. Those Party City wigs that should have stayed in the 90s, that over-the-top lifestyle she's been flaunting. But what's really raising eyebrows is how she was apparently present at most of Diddy's notorious parties. I mean, what kind of mother? Let's talk about those parties for a minute. Sure, supporting your son is one thing, but knowing what allegedly went down at these gatherings? Honey, any normal mother would have put a stop to that nonsense faster than you can say bad boy records. But not Janice, oh no. And now we're hearing whispers that she might have been the one who introduced him to this lifestyle in the first place. Can you even process that? Now, I'm going to be fair here. On paper, Janice looks like she was Mother of the Year material. Single mom, putting both her kids through private school, maintaining this lavish lifestyle. But here's where it gets juicy. There are some pretty serious allegations about how she managed to afford all that. Word on the street is she might have been working as a madam for some very powerful men. And when I say powerful, honey, I mean powerful. These rumors about Janice's alleged side business stayed unconfirmed for the longest time. But now? Oh, honey, people are coming out of the woodwork with stories that'll make your jaw hit the floor. And trust me, what we're about to get into is wilder than anything you could imagine. But first, we need to talk about how Janice is giving us major, my precious baby boy can do no wrong energy. I mean, did you see that statement she released defending Diddy after the Cassie situation? Even though there was video evidence and Diddy himself basically admitted to it. Let me share her exact words because this is just wow. She said, and I quote, "My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend friend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one side of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt." Can you believe this? She really tried to gaslight us all by claiming the FEDS are setting up her precious baby boy, and then had the audacity to ask fans to stop criticizing him because it hurt her feelings as a mother. I mean, seriously? But hold on to your seats because this tea is about to get scalding hot. There's this new Peacock documentary that's spilling all the tea, suggesting that Mama Combs didn't just know about her son's alleged freaky lifestyle. She might have been the one who started it all. They interviewed people from Diddy's past, and child, what they revealed explains so much. There's this music producer, Tim "Dog" Patterson, who used to work at Bad Boy Records. He grew up with Diddy in Mount Vernon after Diddy's father passed. And what he had to say? Shocking! According to reports, Patterson and his mother lived in the bottom floor of the Combs house, and he spilled some serious tea about how Diddy and his mom were living large compared to everyone else in the neighborhood. Now here's where things get really interesting. Janice claimed she was working as a teacher's assistant to support her kids, but honey, let me tell you why that story isn't adding up. How in the world do you send 2 children to private school on a teacher's assistant salary? And that fancy lifestyle they were living? The math is simply not mathing. According to Patterson, Patterson, there might have been another source of income funding all this luxury, and what he revealed will leave you shook. He claims Janice was throwing these wild adult parties, and when I say wild, I mean wild. But what's truly disturbing is that her young children were allegedly in the house while all this was happening. Let me share exactly what Patterson said, because this is just... I can't even. According to the reports, Patterson also remembers a chaotic upbringing in the Combs household, largely due to wild parties Janice would often throw with alcohol, drugs, pimps, and pushers, regardless of whether the kids were at home at night. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you've got a couple in there butt naked. Patterson added, "That's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No, that was just Saturday night. And honey, that's not even the half of it." Kim Porter's ex, Al B., sure, came forward with some chilling information about Diddy's alleged dark side. He revealed that Kim Porter confided in him, saying something wasn't right with Diddy, that his soul had gone completely dark. She was so terrified that she made Al B. sure promise on their son Quincy Taylor Brown's life not to reveal anything because she feared for her life. Can you imagine being that scared? But wait, it gets even more disturbing. A former Bad Boy Records employee came forward anonymously and spilled some serious tea about these notorious parties. According to them, every single Diddy party turned into something inappropriate. They mentioned something about red rooms in the studio, claiming it was all about certain activities. And the most shocking part? This person alleged that Diddy would recruit young girls from local bars to come back to his house, and some of them were allegedly underage. I mean, I can't even process this level of disturbing behavior. Looking at all this, it really makes you wonder what other disturbing things she might have exposed him to or covered up over the years. No wonder rapper Maze pointed fingers at Janice, calling her the mastermind behind all of Diddy's alleged schemes.
Oh, I did this talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name.
And let me tell you what the fans are saying about all this, because their comments are absolutely explosive. One fan raised a really interesting point, saying, "I did question Diddy's childhood. I wonder if Diddy's mom was an SW and he saw things growing up. His father died when he was young, so she probably had to do anything for money. That behavior is not normal for a mother and son relationship." Another fan didn't hold back, stating, "His mother has always been questionable to me. She gives me really bad vibes." And someone else dropped this bombshell comment. "It sounds like his mama on payroll for one of his S-workers, OMG. Can you believe all of this? Just when we thought this story couldn't get any more shocking, it takes these dark, unexpected turns. From those wild parties at their house when Diddy was young, to her defending his alleged behavior, to all these disturbing rumors about her possible involvement, it's just layer upon layer of shocking revelations. And the way she's still defending him, even with all this evidence piling up, it really makes you question everything about their relationship and what really went on behind closed doors. The fact that so many people from their past are coming forward with similar stories. It can't all be coincidence, right? This whole situation is like a dark, twisted onion. Every layer we peel back reveals something even more disturbing than the last. And to think, this all started with us trying to understand how Diddy became who he is today. Well, it seems like we might have our answer, and it's more shocking than anyone could have imagined. Remember to share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video for more explosive revelations. Because honey, in this world of celebrity scandals, the truth is often stranger and darker than fiction.